My friend, have you ever gone through a challenge in life and thought to yourself, I'm going through a test or a lesson right now? And if that's the case, I felt inspired to create this video to share with you an opportunity to see life that way if you choose to continue seeing it. And if you like, this is a crossroads for you to expand your vision beyond seeing the experiences in your lives as tests, as lessons or challenges. Because while there's no blame whatsoever in seeing life that way, it's simply one of the pathways and one of the lenses through which we can see life through. And one of the prime and prime, I'm really not sure where prime came from. One of the prime focuses of this channel is connecting you not only with deliberate intent, connecting you with the ability to discern, connecting you with precision in words, thoughts, deeds, and actions, but it's also offering you perspectives so that you can experience your life from a place of a wider range of choice. And rather than finding yourself in situations where you experience life as happening to you, or you have the experiences of life feeling as though you need to justify them in one way or another, this channel offers you portals of opportunity to see all the empowered ways that you create with yourself and for yourself, no matter the situations you're experiencing in life, here and now, or in any given moment. And so, if you've ever viewed situations, challenges in your life, like a test, right? Like a lesson, this is one of the ways that we allow ourselves to view things in life when they seem unfavorable. Because instead of connecting to the idea that we've somehow failed, that we've somehow made a mistake or messed things up, viewing it as a test or challenge is a more empowering perspective, because that would attribute that we're participating in some kind of skill refining, skill measuring exercise. So while this is certainly a perspective we can adapt, there are additional perspectives beyond that. And here's a few for you to check out if you like. So in a previous video, I talked about perceiving life as a mirror. And in that way, life can provide reflections to you on your current state of focused commitment. Sometimes people take this idea that life is a mirror, that, okay, I'm getting things that I see as good reflected back to me, so I'm doing good things, or I get bad things reflected back to me, so I'm doing bad things. More accurately, life is almost like a projection screen upon which whatever you are viewing and the feedback internally you are processing for yourself based on what you are viewing is telling you how you are internally deciding what reality around you is. Life is a mirror in that you can experience your inner world through your interaction, beliefs, and consistent perspectives based on what you are facing and experiencing. Pausing there for a moment. I feel like that's potentially a moment to rewind a little bit to listen to again, because that was a pretty heavy packet of information. What I'm saying in another perspective is we can see life as a sort of test and a sort of challenge in a certain way, because in every single moment we're essentially testing ourselves as to what perspectives, what views, what we believe about reality. But it's not a test in which, okay, I got to keep passing and then I can finally get somewhere. If you view life as a test, it's my own perspective. This is my perspective, that you'll continue to view it as a test. There's not necessarily an endpoint to the test. It's kind of like constantly taking the Myers-Briggs test. You're just doing that through your existence in life. You're constantly giving yourself feedback on who you are by the multiple choice answers presented in front of you and what you choose to take as a result. But it's not a test in the sense of there's a right or wrong answer. It's more of a test in the sense of you are showing yourself how committed you are to embodying whatever your truth is moment to moment. And you might go, well, then what is my truth? In my own experience, it's one of the first things for us to focus on. If we don't know, that's cool. Sometimes we don't know. But if we don't know, then right now is an opportunity to go, oh, yeah, that's my most important objective in the present moment, is to be incredibly clear on what my greatest values are. And I've talked about this before in different videos, but if this is one of the first videos you're tuning into, or if you haven't seen those videos, the crux of it is that our values are what we consistently focus on. And I'm going to add another layer here. Our values are also when we're really present in the moment, we're present in the awareness of our heart beyond the emotions. It's the wisdom of the heart. We're present in that space and it feels expansive. Living those values, there's a certain level of like appropriateness, rightness, groundedness you feel in your body when you are living life accordance to your values. It's not a mental thing. I wouldn't even call it a moral thing. It's just when you are living in harmony with who you truly are. And this is not something that the outer world itself can define for you, but the outer world can provide for you numerous experiences upon which you can ping your reality against, like echolocation, and it reflects back to you based on the consistent choices and focuses you have, how you're choosing. And so, in that way, you could almost look at it again like a test, but no one's testing you to judge you. It's just you providing yourself feedback, information, any given moment, if you choose to see it that way. You could also, if you like, choose to see it as just you're experiencing things moment to moment and uncovering what it is you prefer and really enjoy. And if you find yourself in an experience where you don't prefer something, but sometimes you can be in a pattern of that and it feels confusing as to why you would choose something again and again and again, it's a good opportunity, an invitation to really relax, come back and trust with yourself. Because I find if the outer world feels really chaotic, the greatest orientation I find comes from centering within first, because that's going to give me the most clear current step from wherever I am. Whatever else is going on outside, I can tend to in clear, responsive ways. But that's going to come from the step I feel inside, which also guides my logical mind. So to be clear, it's not a disconnection of the logical mind. It's not a disconnection of being in the present reality. It's that you have a harmony. You have your whole self, all your intelligence systems are synchronized. Your mind, your heart, your gut, all these elements of you are interconnected and harmonizing together to interface with life. And each one is working in its appropriate role. It's, I almost hesitate to call it a skill set. It is, let's just say for the sake of this video, it's a skill set that is in some levels natural to us. But when we have a habitual pattern taught to us by the environment or family systems to operate a different way, like to try and operate with the mind or to try and operate with other parts of self, it may not seem natural at first to move in that way. So it takes a little bit of retraining of the self, a little bit of self-trust, a willingness to be uncomfortable and step into the unknown. Because anytime we're making a big system change like that, we're shifting from one operating way in life into a new field. There's a certain level of inner trust that's involved to make that leap, which is why it can be, you can be an intelligent, incredible being and still, take time to make that leap. It's not a failing. It's not a failing at all. And I say that to you because I hope you're very loving with yourself, very kind to yourself through this process. Because kindness and lovingness isn't coddling, it's essential. It's part of allowing yourself to access your wisdom centers. We access that through really loving, balanced internal leadership. And loving, balanced internal leadership comes with precision, but also compassion. It's a mix, an amalgamation of the masculine and feminine principles. The masculine has structure and it has groundedness and practicality, and the feminine has the compassion, the heart. These elements, when they come together and they work in concert, it's a beautiful thing. And all of us are naturally built in with that. No matter what your biological gender is, we have all of these access points inside of ourselves energetically. We are built to be whole. And so, with that, my friend, I offer you this perspective. I would love to hear any thoughts, inspirations you feel like sharing. Did something come forward for you from this video? Let's carry on the conversation in the comments. You know I love us connecting and talking together there. And if it's been of service to you, please do like, subscribe, share with someone who you know this is going to help if that comes to you. And I'll have more resources in the description if you feel inspired to explore further. And with that, my friends, I appreciate you, and I look forward to our next conversation.